Good morning, dear students. Students, let's start probability. In today's session, we will discuss about the independent experiments. Two random experiments are said to be independent if every pair of events A and B associated with the first and second experiment respectively, both are not dependent to each other. The probability of simultaneously occurrence of A and B is the product of probability A and probability B. Students, here A and B are two events. Both the events are independent of each other. Okay, occurrence of A doesn't affect the occurrence of B, so that they are called the independent experiments. So in this way, we will write the probability of simultaneously occurrence, that is probability of A intersection B is equals to probability A multiply with probability B. And in the previous lecture, I have explained to you the dependent experiments. In that case, we use the conditional probability, and there we write probability B over A. Now students, we use the independent experiments, and the formula is product of probability A and probability B, that is calculated separately on the basis of the two experiments. Now students, let's start the question. Question number 1. Here we have Sandeep and Salim. Both appear for an interview for two posts. The probability of Sandeep selection is 3 over 5 and the probability of Salim selection is 1 over 3. Find the probability that only one of them will be selected. In this way, students, we have two persons, both are appearing for an interview for two posts. Okay, selection of one doesn't impact the selection of others. So that's why both the cases are independent of each other. So let's start. Sandeep selected and Salim are not selected. We denote this even by E1, because here is the condition that only one of them will be selected. Students, suppose Sandeep is selected, then Salim will not, and if Salim will selected and Sandeep will not. So in this way, E1 is the event when Sandeep selected and Salim not selected. E2 will be the event in which Salim selected and Sandeep will not be selected. So students, here probability of Sandeep selection is 3 over 5, that is given, and probability of Sandeep will not be selected, that is the 1 minus 3 over 5, that is 2 over 5. In the same way, probability of Salim selection is 1 over 3, it is given, and probability of Salim will not be selected, that is 1 minus 1 over 3, that is 2 over 3. Now, probability of selection of only one of them is probability of E1 plus probability of E2. Now students, in this way, we can write that probability of selection of A and B not plus probability of selection of B and A not. So students, here we are selecting only one case, because only one person can be selected for the post. So in this way, only A happen or B happen, and for A we use the positive sign. So that's why we write here plus sign. Now using the above calculating values, we get the answer 8 over 15. So in this way, only one of them will be selected. Students, एक ही select होगा, या तो संदीप select होगा या सलीम select होगा. अगर संदीप select होता है तो सलीम select नहीं होगा. That means we are writing the complement of selection of Salim. So in the same way, if Salim will selected and Sandeep will not selected. So students, in this way we have completed example 1. Now we have question number 2. A speaks truth in 60% of the cases while B in 90% of the cases. In what percent of cases are they likely to contradict each other in stating the same fact? Students, here in this question, A speaks truth in 60% of the cases, while B in 90% of the cases. In what percent the cases are they likely to contradict each other in stating the same fact? This means that students, suppose two persons are doing discussion on some fact, and both contradict to each other. That means one is telling truth and other is telling lie. So here it is condition, it is given that A speaks in 60% of the cases truth, and while B speaks truth in 90% of the cases. In the cases of the contradiction, do you think the statement of B will carry more weight as he speaks truth in more number of cases than B? Student, this is the value based question and that has already deducted from your syllabus. And so let's start. Here E be the event that A speaks truth and F be the event that B speaks truth. And the events E and F both are independent to each other. So that's why we use here the independent experiments. So here probability of A is 60 over 100 and probability of F is 90 over 100. And its complement will be 4 over 10 and complement of F will be 1 over 10. This is very simple. You have to just subtract the given value from 1. Now A and B will contradict to each other in stating the same fact. That means if A speaks truth then B tells lie, and if A tells lie then B speaks truth. So that's why probability that A and B contradict to each other, that means the event E1 happen or E2 happen, and for or we use the plus sign. So in this way we can write here probability E and F complement plus probability E complement into F. Now using the above calculated values we get the answer 42 over 100, that is 42%. Now students, we have the next question number 3rd. The probabilities of A, B, C solving a certain problem 1 over 3, 2 over 7 and 3 over 8 respectively. If all the three try to solve the problem simultaneously, find the probability that exactly one of them will solve it. Students, here we have 3 persons and they are trying to solve a problem, and if they try simultaneously to solve the problem, then we have to calculate that, find the probability that exactly one of them will solve it. That doesn't matter who solved the problem, exactly one of them will solve it problem. That means either A will solve or B solve or C solve. So in this way we can write here, let S1, S2, S3 be the events that the problem will be solved by A, B, C. You can also assume here E1, E2, E3 also. So probability of S1 is given 1 over 3, probability S2 is 2 over 7, probability S3 is 3 over 8. Now students, by finding the complement of these given, we must subtract the given values from 1, then we get probability of complement of S1 is 2 over 3. Similarly, we have 5 over 7 and 5 over 8. Now, exactly one of A, B, C can solve the problem in the following ways. That means A solves, then B and C don't solve. Second case is the B solves and A and C don't solve. Similarly, C solves, A and B don't solve the problem. Now, probability that the problem will be solved by exactly one of them. That means problem will be solved by A or B or C. In this way, we will write this type. Probability S1 complement of S2 complement of S3 plus probability S2 complement of S1 and complement of S3. In the same way we write the third expected. So here by putting the values which we have calculated, and so we get the answer 25 over 56. Now students, we have the next question that is related to the coin. Here we have A and B throw a coin alternatively till one of them gets a head and wins the game. Find their respective probabilities of winning. This is very important question. Suppose students, if 2 children are playing with a coin and they are playing alternatively, okay, till one of them gets the head. Suppose students, if a child get head, then he will win the game. And so students, find their respective probabilities of winning. That means we have to win. We will make win A and after that B. So let E be the event that A throws head and F be the event that B throws the head, because a person getting head win the game. So here getting head, probability of getting head is 1 over 2, and in the same way if B wins, then probability of getting head is 1 over 2 and its complement is same 1 over 2. Now A wins if he throws head in first, third, fifth throws, because they are playing alternatively. Okay, A win करेगा जब वो फर्स्ट, या तो वो फर्स्ट पोजीशन पे ही विन करेगा या उसका थर्ड थ्रो में हेड ऑकर करेगा या उसका फिफ्थ थ्रो में हेड ऑकर करेगा, बिकॉज बी गेट्स द टर्न सेकेंड, फोर्थ, सिक्स एंड सो ऑन. So here probability that A wins, that means probability of E or probability of E complement F complement E. स्टूडेंट्स आपको यहाँ सिर्फ ये अंडरस्टैंड करना है कि A विन करेगा, A गेम को स्टार्ट कर रहा है. ओके, अगर A गेम को स्टार्ट कर रहा है देन ही विल गेट हेड either on the first throw or in the third throw or in the fifth throw and so on. So students, अगर वो फर्स्ट थ्रो में ही विन करता है तो आपकी जो गेम है वो स्टॉप हो जाएगी. ऐसे ही स्टूडेंट्स अगर वो थर्ड में विन करता है दैट मीन्स फर्स्ट थ्रो में हेड नहीं आया, सेकेंड थ्रो में भी हेड नहीं आया और थर्ड थ्रो में हेड आ रहा है. तो इसीलिए ऐसे ही सेम प्रोसेस के साथ वो फिफ्थ थ्रो में हेड ऑकर कर सकता है, कोई भी एक केस हो सकता है. एंड दिस प्रोसेस विल गो ऑन इनडेफिनेटली, क्योंकि हमें नहीं पता कि हेड कब ऑकर करेगा. तो यहाँ पर हम इनकी वैल्यूज़ पुट करेंगे, प्रोबेबिलिटी ई एंड इट्स कॉम्प्लीमेंट. सो इन दिस वे वी गेट GP series in up to infinite terms. So its formula is A over 1 minus R, where A is the first term and R is the common ratio. And here common ratio is divided by 1 over 2 cube by 1 over 2. In this way we get 1 over 2 whole square. That is 1 by 4 is the common ratio. And by using the values A over 1 minus R, we get 2 over 3 is the probability of winning A. In the same way, probability that B wins, that means 1 minus probability of A, that is 1 by 3. Now students, in this way we have completed this important question. Next question is related to the dice. This question is also similar. Two persons A and B throw a pair of dice alternatively beginning with A. Here is mentioned that A begins the game. Find the probability that B gets a double and wins before A gets a total of 9 to win. Students, यहाँ पर B win करेगा गेम को when he gets the double, that is 1 1, 2 2, 3 3, 4 4, 5 5 and 6 6, and A gets a total of 9. हो सकता है स्टूडेंट्स 5 4 आ जाए या 4 5 आ जाए. ऐसे करते हुए कितने 9 के टोटल हो सकते हैं हम वो कलेक्ट करेंगे. So even be the event that A gets a total of 9, E2 be the event that B gets a doublet. So probability of getting doublet is 1 over 6, that is 6 over 36, 1 over 6, and probability of getting the sum of 9 is 4 over 36. स्टूडेंट्स आप देख सकते हैं या तो 3 6 ऑकर होगा या 6 3, ऐसे ही 4 5 या 5 4 ऑकर होगा. तो हमारे पास यहाँ पे 4 केसेस बनते हैं एंड वी हैव टोटल 36 इन द सैम्पल स्पेस. सो इन दिस वे इट्स प्रोबेबिलिटी इज 1 over 6 and 3 over 1 over 6 and its complement is 5 over 6. Now B wins by throwing a double before A gets a total of 9. अब स्टूडेंट्स हमें यहाँ पर B को विन कराना है, ऐसा क्वेश्चन में मेंशन है, और गेम जो स्टार्ट कर रहा है A gets the first throw. So here probability that B wins, that means in the second throw or in the fourth throw or in the sixth throw B will win. So this process will go on indefinitely. By putting the values we get the answer, and here we use the formula of sum to infinite terms A over 1 minus R. By using the formula and by using the values we get the answer 4 by 7. So students, in this way today we have completed the important questions related to the independent experiments. So students, if you like my video then please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching the complete video.